I'm Nick Clark in Doha with a look at the stories we're covering here on Al Jazeera. More troops are being poured into Afghanistan, but civilians may not be any safer. A report from the United Nations says more civilians than ever are being killed by bombings and airstrikes. 1,013 died in the first half of this year, and that's a 24% increase. James Bays has this report.
These children lost 4 family members, including their mother, sister and brother, killed by US troops. The mother, Akbar Jan, was a school teacher. In a neighbour's house, a 9-day-old baby was also killed. The Americans say they believe the house was being used by gunmen. They now admit they made a mistake, but the family have refused their offer of compensation money.
As they entered, they broke down the door and they started shooting. These are the bullet holes. They killed my mother over there.
The UN figures show this is far from being an isolated incident. Civilian casualties in Afghanistan have been steadily rising. The latest report shows more civilians are killed at the hands of the Taliban and other anti-government groups than by international and Afghan security forces. However, it's the action of international troops, which operate under a UN mandate, that's become the most controversial political issue as Afghans prepare to go to the polls.
Nigerian security forces have shot dead the leader of an Islamist group. They've been battling for nearly a week. The Red Cross says the government has collected more than 200 bodies off the streets of the northern city of Maiduguri following gun battles. A self-confessed computer nerd in Britain who says he was searching for information about aliens could soon face trial in the United States. A ruling by the High Court in London means that Gary McKinnon appears to have exhausted all his options to stop extradition. His actions caused the US Army to shut down its entire network of computers in Washington for 24 hours. Families infected with HIV/AIDS say they've been banished to live in squalor on the outskirts of Cambodia's capital. Human rights workers have condemned the move and say the conditions fall far below those of other people in Phnom Penh. Officials say the group was moved because they were living illegally on state property. More on all those stories at aljazeera.net/English.